Alright, I'm Derek, my friend Gary, and this is episode 1 of the Rolling Paper Review. Throughout the course of these videos, we're going to be literally reviewing hundreds of different kinds of rolling papers. I made a list of all the different books in my rolling paper collection, and I ended up around 390 or something like that. So we're going to have a lot of videos to put forward to you. Now, basically,
and you're getting more.
Oh, yeah, well, there's always more coming. Basically, we're a couple of old hippies. We like to smoke our weed. We're both medical. So we are both legal to smoke. We're in Ontario, Canada. Today is our first video, and my friend Gary, I told him if he'd come and be on our first video, he'd get to pick today's paper, and his choice was Brown Sugar Cognac Honey. Now, January 1st, 2016, a new law was enacted in Spain where tobacco is no longer allowed to be used in the manufacturing of rolling products. So, unfortunately, these are discontinued. However, you can still get them on eBay. I got mine. So there are 6 different flavors of the brown sugar. There is cognac and honey, chocolate mint, peach, strawberry, very cherry, and island blend. But today we're going to go for the cognac and honey. Now, you'll notice when I open up this book that the paper is actually quite thick and brown. That's because this is actually a processed tobacco product. So, it's more along the lines of a blunt wrap than it is a rolling paper. So you wouldn't roll with this the same way you would a joint. You're going to roll with this the way you would with a blunt. I gave Gary a book of these, and he tore through them mighty quick. Go through what you've noticed about the paper so far.
I don't know, I like how it burns. It burns nice and slow. Of course, the flavor. The flavor is just second to none. I gotta say, these are probably my favorite rolling papers. And that's why I chose them for the very first episode.
Woohoo! So what we've got right here is a blend of, it's already busted up. It's about half White Widow, and the other half is a bunch of roaches from some champagne kush. So it's with the roaches being mixed in, you're going to want to use a blunt wrap. The one thing that I've noticed is if you're using a blunt wrap with roaches, it's a lot smoother. You're not going to get that like raspy, hack your lungs out toke right off the hop like you would with, say, a zigzag.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first off, the one thing is with a lot of the blunt wraps, you'll get them in a foil pack where they're wrapped around a straw and have some plastic. These you don't get that. These are very much like just like a regular book of rolling papers. You get 1 1/4 size paper, folded in half. Okay. Now with the brown sugars, one of the things that I've noticed is when you're rolling, after you do your lick and stick, you kind of got to use your fingers to really press down on that joint where the gum meets the paper. Otherwise, you'll get a little bit of lifting.
And actually, what I have also noticed with those is that you can do a second lick on the top of it and stick there as well.
A lot of times too, if you run your tongue along the non-gum side that the gum side's going to attach to, it'll help get better adhesion.
Yes.
Here's the joint rolled, and no, I do not use rolling machines. It's pretty much as straight as you can get, I think. All right, get the honors.
Yeah, because we've heard people say on YouTube that the only way to roll blunts or these kind of papers is with one of those machines.
No.
Wrong.
No. When you have been smoking pot as many years as us 2 old pricks have, you learn pretty quick how to manhandle shit. Okay, Mary Jane likes it. She's into that.
Must be an animal.
Oh, yes, she does. And sometimes you get to squeeze her in all the right places.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the taste on these is just... Don't take it wrong. We will be hacking eventually.
I don't know, man. This is like super, super smooth.
Well, let me rephrase that. I know I will be hacking.
Yeah. Earlier today, I was smoking a joint while I was at work, and I was smoking it out of a UCJ peanut butter wrap, which is right here. And these are just regular papers. But the paper that I was smoking out of, I was hacking up a lung, and it was the exact same stuff that we're smoking right now. And you really get to hold that cognac and honey taste in your mouth for a little while. Like when you lick your lips, it's right there, and it's really strong.
Yeah, but it's in the smoke too. And you can taste it.
Yeah, when you're taking your drag,
yeah, you can taste it.
When it's in your mouth, you can literally taste the cognac and honey in the smoke. And the flavor of the wrap itself, you don't get that paper taste that you'll get with rice paper, wood paper, any kind of paper, really. Instead, you get that taste like you've mixed a little bit of tobacco in with your weed.
Or cigar tobacco, even.
Yeah, see, I'm a cigarette smoker. Gary's a cigar smoker. Which is great because he ends up inheriting the cigars in my Bolterillo pack, which is great. Yeah. You'll notice that there's going to be a lot of shameless plugs on this show. Various rolling papers such as Raw, UCJ, Elements, Brown Sugars, Golden Wrap. And we're halfway through this now, and the flavor is still just right there and present. The gum is still sealed, so there's no falling apart of the joint. That's right. And it's burning nice and slow too. And slow burning is important, especially if you just guys, girls, or whatever the case. But you just don't want to rush through your joint. You don't want to get the runs and all that stuff. You want to have a sit back, have a relaxed smoke. That's right. There are papers when you just want to get your blast into you and go. You can't go wrong with the classic zigzag. Which we will be doing a comparative review on zigzag and giving it a proper score. We are going to be doing a system of scoring. Each category is going to have 10 points. There's going to be 10 categories, totaling a maximum score of 100 points. And we're going to be grading every rolling paper on this scale. And I'm thinking maybe every 50 episodes we can do a review episode and review the last 50 just to go over our results from the last 50 that we reviewed.
Yeah. Or if there's a viewer that wants us to review a certain brand or a certain type, whatever, we could always do that as well.
We encourage you, the viewer, if you've had experience with any of the particular brand and flavor or kind of rolling paper that we're reviewing, please, by all means, give us your input. We want to hear from you. You're going to have a comment section down below. Feel free to load us up with comments. We will be checking them. We will be reading them. We want to know what you have to say about the paper that we're covering for each episode. See, by now, for me, for a roach joint with the cold and everything, I should be hacking up a lung right now. But because we wrapped it with tobacco instead of the paper, smooth sailing.
I think I'd be hacking by now too.
No, the wrap just makes it nice and smooth. Okay, so this pad of paper here. And we need to come up with our scorecard. So this will be a rough one because it's going to be hand drawn, but I'm actually going to make some up on the computer and print them out so that we can actually keep a file folder with all of our scorecards. So today's rolling paper is brown sugar. You realize we're going to want to see us doing this thorough review. So we're going to have to slow this down.
Ouch.
The sacrifices we make for you guys.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you know, we want you to be informed consumers when you go down to your head shops to get your papers.
Yeah. Yeah.
For you guys, we're going to go through a second joint. You're welcome.
Yeah. Ow, twisting my rubber arm.
Brown sugar.
These are so tasty.
Cognac and honey. And that's the 1 1/4 size. So, this particular book is 1 1/4 size. And just so that people understand what these 1 1/4, 1/2, king size, all this stuff, the way that rolling papers are sized is by a zigzag. Zigzag is 1. These are 1 1/4, which means they're 125% larger than the zigzag. So you get a little bit more length and a little bit more width. 1 1/2 is 1 1/2 times the zigzag. King size is a zigzag, and so on and so forth. We do have in the review at some point, I'm waiting for a rolling machine to come in from Trix, the local head shop in Thunder Bay, Ontario, down on May Street.
Shameless plug.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's thoroughly helped out my collection. So, but he's working on getting me a foot-long rolling machine because at some point I will be doing a review of long raw rolling papers and long elements rolling papers, as well as I have
I want to be present on those episodes.
long cones from raw, as well as J-ware that we'll eventually be doing reviews on. So just to give you a breakdown of just how big this rolling paper collection is, I'm going to just show you a page here. Okay. So each line is a different kind of rolling paper. Okay. And you know, I buy by the case a lot of times, so I do have tons of doubles, but not one double's been written out here, and there's over 12 pages front and back. So there is a massive, massive collection of rolling papers, and these are mostly bought at head shops. Some of my ordering does occur on eBay because up in Canada we have some laws that restrict us from buying certain wraps and stuff here. So, you know, just in case there's any of us crazy Canucks on here, go Canada, I will be telling you where you can score these, even though you're not living in a place where they're retailly available. I use eBay frequently for my rolling paper collection, and I strongly encourage any enthusiast to really get out there and check out your eBay smoke shops, as they come from all over the world and will have a wider variety available to you. When you're purchasing through eBay, you don't have to worry about laws that your local head shops have to worry about. Okay, so part 1.